Yabaria se yamba no pepe o. Ebi bekwe jebi o. I'm fuchinye. Ebi didi biechia. Ebi bekwe jebi a. Ebi bekwe jebi o. I'm fuchinye. Ebi didi biechi. Yabaria se yamba no pepe o. Ebi bekwe jebi o. I'm fuchinye. ABDDBSG. Chale, well, welcome to this video. It's not been easy, man. It's not been easy for me, seriously. You know, getting to the latter part of last year and early this year, I've lost very good friends. And about 4 days ago, for some reason, well, thank you all those who are watching and all those who will be watching later. Okay, thank you all of you watching right now, all those who will be watching later. 4 days ago, for some reason, the network here was very poor. It was very poor. I did not have any phone service throughout the whole day. So I just turned off my phone. After work, I turned my phone back on. And guess what? The first message I received was from a very good friend's phone. Apparently, of course, he couldn't have been the one who sent the message, because the message I received was about, his funeral. I'm like, what? I was in Ghana. I called this my friend, we chat, we laugh. I returned back to the States, but, man has been busy trying to get back in the groove, so I've not been able to talk to him, not knowing he was not feeling well. 4 days ago, I got a message from his phone that he's no more. He's kicked the bucket, man. At the age of 47 years, left behind little kids. And like you all know, this is not the first time. About 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, I told you about one friend of mine who shot himself, And latter part of last year also, I lost two classmates. We sat in the same class. One lady, one gentleman. Veronica Tichogbe and Beja Robert. We were in the same classroom. From 1D, Ghana Secondary School. Yes. And also I lost a good friend in the biochemistry department of the University of Ghana, Lena Archery. This world is crazy, Those of you who have been watching my YouTube videos, by the way, if you don't know, I have a YouTube channel called Ebusuabi YouTube channel. EBUSUA-BI, Ebusuabi YouTube channel. So you can follow me right there too. Yeah, and those of you who have been following me on my YouTube channel and my videos on here, I've been talking about this. We are all going to die one day, and I always use it to sound a word of caution to the politicians. Why our politicians treat us the way they treat us, or treat Ghana or Africa the way they treat Africa as a country and Africa as a continent and Ghana as a country. Because if, as human beings, we know that there is death, and we keep on treating each other this way, then I wonder. It's like human beings, we are smart, but we are not wise. Seriously. Because if we've learned from the past about people who have died, prominent politicians who have died, ordinary people who have died, we would treat each other well. We will treat our continent well. We will treat our citizens well. We will build our continent. We will build the world for everybody to enjoy in this world. And like I've said before in some of my videos, for me, the scariest part of death is you don't even know when it's going to come. You don't know. Look, Anthony Joshua, as fit as he is, he could have died during that accident. He could have also died. Look at his trainers, as fit as they were. They are no more. So, if we look at death, we know people who have died, close friends, relatives, people we don't know. If we really reflect on death, we will treat each other well, but as stupid as we are, we think, oh no, I'm not the one going to die today. No, it's going to be somebody else. I'm not the one going to sick today. It's going to be somebody else. So our politicians, and I'll say this again, why don't we use the resources that we have in Africa, in Ghana, to build our continent, build our country, Ghana, so that our citizens will also enjoy life in Africa, enjoy life in Ghana. We have politicians. You guys will come to power. You will not create jobs. And when we have investors coming to create jobs too, you take bribe from them. It's so disgusting and annoying. Sometimes you feel like, putting a metal in somebody. No, seriously, because if these guys are going to treat us this way, why should they be living? Why is it that African politicians, I mean, you may say that in America politicians are not fair too, but like I've always been saying, in America we have access to basic necessities. So if death should serve as a caution to us, which of course I think politicians think they will never die, they are like some superpowers. I mean, why do we treat our citizens so bad? Why do we treat our citizens so bad? And to this point, I would like to say, I think I've said it before, and there's nothing wrong saying it again. I would like to say that professional bodies, academia in Africa and Ghana to be specific, you guys have disappointed the citizens. Seriously, why am I saying this? I'm not saying professional bodies should turn themselves into political parties, but even if professional bodies turn themselves into political parties, so what? Because the whole point is, professional bodies like maybe Ghana Medical Association, Ghana National Association of Teachers, Ghana Association of Teachers, whatever, Ghana Civil Engineers Association, Ghana Midwifery Association, where do you guys go to for money to fund your research and all of that? You go to the politicians, right? Why haven't professional bodies positioned themselves such that they will be a good force to be reckoned with? Why can't professional bodies do that? I mean, we get educated to have impact in our communities, impact in societies. But at the end of the day, I say, any beautiful thing, you need money to push it. So at the end of the day, if we have to go to these politicians who are nothing but criminals who have turned themselves into political parties, why can't professional bodies who have the expertise turn themselves also into politicians or position themselves such that they will also be a force to reckon with? So that when it comes to like elections, these professional bodies, you can talk to your people, your followers. It's all about education. You let the people know that, hey, we want to do this, we want to do that. But then the politicians who control the money, they don't give us access to the monies. If we need to turn ourselves into a political party, we have to do it, we will do it. Because at the end of the day, God has blessed Africa so much with natural resources that no African should be living in poverty. No Ghanaian should be living in poverty. Recently, I read in the news that we've discovered lithium to the tune of over something billions of dollars. Who are going to benefit? And like I keep saying, I'm not saying not everybody can be living like a celebrity, but give the people access to basic necessities. We don't have to protest for good roads. We don't have to protest for good drinking water. So our professional bodies, please, be in pole positions. Be in pole positions such that when it comes to elections, you will be a force to reckon with. Recently, And I've spoken about this here before. Want to me have access to so much money. And I'm not saying somebody like want to me cannot have access to money to do whatever project and help build the nation. But the whole point is, if want to me can have access to millions of dollars to cultivate corn or maize, which he did not, the question I ask myself is, where was the agriculture department of Legon, University of Ghana? Where was the agriculture department of University of Cape Coast? Where was the agriculture department of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology? Because why couldn't the agriculture department of such universities access such monies to do that kind of maize plantation? Why? Professional bodies, academia, we have to put ourselves in pole position to move Ghana forward. We don't have to crawl in our shells after our degrees and masters and doctorate and all of that. No. We get educated to move society. We get educated to have impact on the people. I mean, why? We should stop being all greedy. Everybody's just thinking about themselves. And that is the problem we're having. We need intellectual radicalism. Seriously, we need radical intellectuals. I'm not saying intellectuals who go about misbehaving. No, that's not what I mean. I mean intellectuals who are very firm and action-oriented. Sometimes I sit down and I wonder. And like I've said before, and I'll keep on saying, Ghana, our life expectancy for men, so far as I know, is 54, and women is 56. So if we are blessed with all these resources and we don't grow old, who is benefiting from our resources? Children don't benefit, old people don't benefit. So who? Just the politicians and their cronies? It should not continue like that. It should not continue like that. So please, those of you watching me, thank you. And please forward this. Professional bodies, academia, let's put ourselves in pole positions to be reckoned with during elections. Seriously, we can't just allow these politicians, these criminals, to just enjoy life at our expense. Who is going to benefit from the discovery of the lithium in the central region? Has the discovery of lithium in the central region changed the lives of the people in the central region? Sometimes you wonder whether these politicians really know about what goes on, as per how people get to Europe, the trans-Sahara voyage that people take to Europe, how people suffer on the Sahara Desert, Ghanaians, Africans. Sometimes you wonder, I think they know, but they don't care. And this is where professional bodies, academia, need to come in. We should not just be like, oh, you go to school, you become a doctor, you become a professor, and that's it. How are we making our degrees, professors, and doctorate and all of that? How are these degrees having impact on society? We need to put ourselves in pole positions. Seriously. And stop being timid and we don't have to beg the politicians. We don't have to beg the politicians for money, for research and all of that. If we have turned ourselves into a force to reckon with, the politicians themselves will come to us. We don't have to go to them begging. We don't need to go to them begging. It's all about education, educating our followers. So, I'll leave this with you. And politicians, Ghana politicians, African politicians, I guess you are all witnessing what's going on. Another criminal, Ken Oforiatta. You see, if you are a good person, you don't have to run away from your own country and be hiding in somebody's country. If Ken Oforiatta thinks he's not a criminal, why is he not going back to Ghana? Nanado and Baumia government, that's all they did to Ghanaians was to steal from them. You just blindfolded the people with free SHS. We've all followed MPP before, but we have to learn to be honest. We have to learn to speak truth to power. I mean, when you hear of the scandals, I don't have to mention them to you. I don't have to mention them to you. When you hear of the scandals that went on during the Nana Addo Dankwa Bawumia governance, I'm like, so we have all these monies in the country. We have all these monies in the country, but people continue to suffer. Why are these guys so wicked and so evil? Why? Why? And they should keep on like that. Politicians should keep on like that. And those of you who know, if you know that your father is a thief and is a politician, you know that your mother is a thief and a politician, your uncles, your aunties, you know that they are thieves, you don't advise them. When the frog dies, we shall all see the length of the frog. And one day, you are all going to suffer for it. Seriously. If you are a child of a politician, you are a niece and nephew of a politician, and they are stealing, and you think, oh, you are enjoying the ill-gotten gains, so it's good enough. Think about it. One day, you're also going to suffer for it. I'm not going to talk too much. I'll leave this with you. I mean, a word to the wise is enough. Those who have ears should hear. So, I'll leave this with you, and like I always say, if you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink. And what? If you can do something to help your community, go ahead and do it. And what again? Peace and love to you. Then you bring the other half to make it full, right? Like I started with the song. Yeba we are see yamba no pepeo. Ebi bekwe jebio. Ahimfo chinye. Ebi di biechi. Huh? We shall all leave this world one day. But what mark are you leaving behind? Peace. I'm out. Bye-bye.